Previously, on the Extra Guys.
Smoking.
And now to continue the show. Do, 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 do. Jimmy's mom, when she has a miscarriage.
Actually, it's more like. Oh, damn it, that's a baby.
No, it's more like. How bad of a place do you have to be in where someone beating your ass isn't like the point where you're like, yeah, we're done.
Like they kept being together, and
that's like some Jenny from Forrest Gump.
And I was like, why are you still with him?
There's like lots of people trying to. Oh my god, your mom is just Jenny from Forrest Gump.
I wish I could remember.
Her life sucks, and she always finds herself hooking up with really guys who treat her like animals.
Didn't she have AIDS at the end?
Yeah. Which your mom? I wouldn't be surprised if your mom ended up.
She has poop AIDS.
But instead of having a husband who's autistic, she has a son who's autistic.
Oh, was I supposed to? Girl, I can never pay attention.
Girl,
I never pay attention when it says undo the locker. I don't know what the code is because I don't pay attention.
We solved a mystery.
Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, get a clue.
Okay, so
Who'd win a fight? RoboCop or Scooby-Doo?
obviously Scooby-Doo.
Let me keep going and let me keep going.
There would be like a fucking RoboCop and Scooby-Doo crossover. Like they did one with fucking Kiss.
Red Ride.
Oh my god, Torlai.
Put down all that sandwich. Put down the double decker.
Oinks, oinks, man! They all dodge it, like with doing that stupid.
Yeah, they do like the. Go ahead.
And
Seven deadly exes. Jimmy's
seven evil stepdads.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jimmy's seven.
no, don't even call them that. They're like
seven evil stepdads.
they're like
seven evil.
seven evil evils.
Baby daddy. I don't know.
Yeah,
seven evil miscarriages.
Seven evil miscarriages.
Miscarriage maestros.
Yeah. Okay.
Miscarriage maestro.
She used to blame Rodney for hacking into all of her things, but now she blames Mr. Schmeagol now that all of her things keep getting hacked into, and she keeps buying new phones after phones after phones of all kinds of different brands of phone. And she's like, how does my phone keep getting hacked into? I don't know. We need to change the internet.
Please tell me she's changed information since then.
Dude, the thing is, I'm pretty sure, like, she had me look at her phone one time, and I looked at it, and, like, she was like, oh yeah, I downloaded that. It was, like, the Pornhub app. There is no such thing as the Pornhub app.
And...
Someone just...
What does she even need that for? Just go to the website!
Someone just... Take her phone away from her. Someone just needs to take her phone
Somebody
away
just
from
needs
her.
to take her away.
Take her away.
Well, I'm getting to that, actually. So, she's given up buying phones. She hasn't had a phone for, like, 2 months now. And so... We found out Mr. Schmeagol was sneaking girls into the attic, and then one of them put a hole through my roof. We already told the story, and then Mr... What did we call him?
Mr. Randolph.
Mr. Randolph now is the man who is in our house.
Please don't. I really hope she doesn't have
No, Mr. Randolph is, like, smart, though. He, like, does not want to be with my mom or have anything to do with her.
Oh, okay.
Because as of recent, she's been having, like, actual psychotic episodes and breaking our things. She broke a bunch of my grandma's things out in the yard, like all the statues that were out in the yard. She broke a bunch of them.
Oh my God.
And she... like, said that she said that everyone in the family was in on an inside job to, like, spy on her in her room or some shit like that. And then, like, just like, she was saying, like, you all know what the fuck is going on. Why won't you tell me? Like,
God.
you guys know what's going on. I don't feel safe living here. And she, like, I don't know. And so my grandma went to go talk to the, like, pharmacist guy who's, like, providing the medicine or whatever that she's taking. She's taking, like, a generic version of Ritalin and, like, a little bit too much of it, which is for ADHD, but I don't understand why you need ADHD meds if you don't have a job or do anything.
Right.
Like, why do you need ADHD meds if you don't do anything?
I don't know.
Then I remember we saw Inside Out 2, and then I went home, and then my grandma's car, like, pulls up at the same time that mine does, and then she was like, your mother ran away, go find her. And I was like, what?
Fucking what?
Yeah, and then
You'll find her.
I
Quest.
Mario's missing, but with my mom.
Liz is missing.
The star appears, and it's like the crackhead woman and the great mountain in the sky.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, like, she was just sitting under a tree near my house. So, like, I could have walked there if I wanted to, but I was, like, driving because I didn't know how far away she could have gotten. And some, like, poor woman was, like, sitting with her, like, talking to her, like, giving her moral support or whatever.
What happened?
Sorry. And
Okay.
Sorry, it's funny.
It's pretty funny.
I find my mom, I come pick her up, and then take her home. But basically why she ran away is because she didn't feel safe in the house. So I was like, okay, I'll just find somewhere else for you to stay.
Yes.
And then, so, I call Ollie's mom, and I was like, yeah, because they're, like, good friends, and I thought, like, maybe her, like, talking to somebody would, like, help. And then she...
Just like, fuck you, Ollie, I guess. My mom's gonna be staying.
No,
with
Ollie
you.
wasn't there.
Oh.
So it was fine. And so... And so I called Ollie's mom. I was like, hey, Ollie's mom, can I, like, drop my mom off? She's not doing too good and she just needs somebody to talk to. And then she's like, fine. But then my mom was like, no, I'm not going tonight. My feet hurt. And I was like, okay.
What?
Yeah, and that's what she said. She's like, I'm not going tonight. My feet hurt. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then next day, I have a therapy appointment, and I was like, do you want me to drop you off at Sarah's after my therapy appointment? And then she was like, yes. And on the way to the drive, on the way to the in there, I was just in there. Anyway, but on the way to the therapy appointment, my mom goes, Sarah's Mormon. And I'm like,
Okay.
so? And then she goes, Sarah was Mormon, so that means I can't hang out with her. And I was like, she's not Mormon anymore. She used to be Mormon. And so she was like, I was like, what does that have to do with anything, though? She's not Mormon anymore, but why does that mean you can't hang out? And then she was like, Kevin was Mormon. And I was like,
Oh my God.
okay.
He was?
So, apparently. And then so I was like, what does that have to do with anything? And then
doesn't really play the part.
yeah, and then she was like, Kevin knows where all the Mormons in the world are. He has
Okay.
computer database of where every single Mormon and past Mormon have lived.
Okay.
That's what she says, and I was like,
Please send her away.
yeah, and I said that's like inferring that every single person with blue eyes is like linked to incest. Like that's like really freaking stupid. And she's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, never mind, just never mind. And then she's like, turn the car around right now. I'm like, no, I have to go to therapy. This is an appointment I have to go to because of you. And then she was like, no, turn the car around. Pull the car over right now. I pull the car over, and we just sit there, and I'm like, I kind of have to go to the appointment. Like, I need to drive now. And she's like, fine, go. And I was like,
Wow.
I love how the Wii can't handle having like more than 4 characters on the screen at once.
Yeah. Or at least this game. You gotta love just that high res basketball court texture.
oh yeah.
Oh my god, it is so fucking. It's so
And-
bad.
64, you guys.
Yeah. Oh
Love
my.
the shoes, love the shirt. What's up? Towel? And I'll
And
Sound
so
like a chicken. Like
then I had to leave my mom in the car during my therapy appointment, but I was like too scared to leave my keys with her because I couldn't take the keys
Yeah,
inside.
I'd be scared to
and
leave
then
leave
I
the keys in
couldn't
there,
I
too.
couldn't take the keys inside and leave her in a hot car and like
The window open.
yeah, but like no, I can't do that. She would yeah. And thankfully she didn't drive away while I was at my appointment, and I haven't been back to therapy since that day. But like I really should be. Anyway, but like I had to drive her home, and then she just kept like she kept saying shit like happy people don't exist. Like, she was, like, actually turning into the Joker. I didn't know.
Is she like a fucking like a 12-year-old Newgrounds edgelord?
Yeah, that's how she was acting. She was like, happy
Oh my
people
God.
don't exist.
Wait, do you guys know that famous, like, incredibly long, like, YouTube comment argument under, like, the Wario, like, oh my god video, where it's just this kid being like, I want to kill all the Let's Players, and then the person underneath is like, what are you fucking talking about? And he's like, I am not happy. There's no such thing as happiness. Happiness doesn't
That's what she was
exist."
saying.
Like, it was
She's saying shit
it was just
like
some,
that.
like some fucking loser.
It's an illusion.
It was just some like fucking...
And then I found out when I got out of the car that she was on the phone.
Why, hello.
Okay.
I told my grandma what happened. I was like, hey, my therapist gave me a bunch of numbers because I told her what was happening with my mom. Like, numbers that are like, if you're in danger, call these numbers, you know?
Right.
Like...
Right. Thank you.
And so I was like, hey, grandma, I'm just saying, if mom, like, has another one of those freakouts again, I'm calling one of these numbers. And then she's like, okay.
Yeah.
And so... something happened the day I was like I was literally putting my shoes on, about to go out the door and go to the gym or something like that, and then she like had another freak out. Like, she like called the police.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she called the police. She was like, there are people upstairs and I need to call the police. And then my grandpa was like, whatever, okay, fine,
And then just like...
let it happen.
And then just like...
No, there's nobody up there. And no, she uses the house. This.
No, I'm saying this is you following that.
What do you mean?
You're calling the person.
Oh no.
Oh. Why?
Oh wait, no. I like asked my grandma beforehand, but like no, I was like, because I was sitting at the kitchen table like eating a chicken pot pie. Oh my god, I was eating a chicken pot pie, corn, and something else, and it was a really good meal, and whatever
And it was ruined by your mom.
Yeah, and it was freaking ruined by my mom.
I can imagine Jimmy sitting at that like tiny table
Yeah.
with like a fork and knife and a little bib, and he's
Yeah.
just like sitting there like looking like this.
super pissed off.
Yeah.
And then like,
I can't eat. I'm in a bad mood.
And then like 3 feet away, Jimmy's grandpa like shitting into his fucking...
He was sitting at the table with me when it happened. Or he was like he was on his way like coming to eat with me. Like, he was like rolling his wheelchair over to come eat with me. And then my mom was like, I need to call the police now, there are people upstairs. And she takes the house phone, picks it up, and then starts bashing it into the wall. And then like my grandma's like, no!
No! Guys, for context, Jimmy's grandpa has a toilet in the living room that he just shits in.
Yeah.
Since he can't get very far because his legs don't work so well anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you called
all over her
you
face.
called the police, right?
Hold on, I'm getting to that.
She's scary.
How do I get rid of the giggity? Get rid of this. And so she calls the police, and you know what she says?
What?
She says, there are invaders in my house that are not wanted. That are not. Yeah. She says.
There are
she
ghosts
says-
and goblins.
There are invaders in my house that I don't want, and then she names 3 people that, like, full name, full everything, like, people that I, like, recognize. It was Rodney, Mr. Schmeagol, and Mr. Randolph. And I was like, why'd you name Randolph? He's not doing anything. And so the police come, and my grandpa, like, by then is sitting at the table with me. This is kind of important to the story. And so the police show up, and they tell us, yeah, we were told that there was a burglary and that you were being held with a gun to your head. And then we're like, that is not what she said.
Explain.
Yeah, and we were like, that's not what she said, but like, okay. I'm calling those numbers outside. I have like a whole list of them. There's like a ton of them. And so I call the 4th one, because all of them didn't pick up for whatever reason, and then I call a 4th one on the list. And then they answer, and I like... It's set like... I'm talking to this person, and then I tell them what happened, and then... she said, oh, you already had the police there. You just have to call the police department and then, like, ask that you want, like, a specialist, a mental health specialist to come out and talk to your mom. And I was like, okay. And so I call the police station, no answer. I leave a message, still have not gotten anything back. And
Wait, so did you call 911?
no, I called the police station. Why would I call 911?
Oh.
And
I've been waiting to go to the bathroom for like 10 minutes now because I assume the story would have been over by now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
it goes more.
Okay.
I'll just wait until you get back.
Well, I'm gonna hear it anyway because I'm gonna edit it.
Oh, okay.
Did you see
Okay.
that
Just
episode
go
of
ahead for the
Law
sake
and
of the
Order
people.
last
Okay.
night?
So then nothing gets further than that. So then my mom starts acting like normal again for like a week. And then the day Paul was getting here, my mom had like another weird freak out again. But this time it was my fault. This was literally like 2 weeks ago almost. My mom busts into my room at like 2.
Break my mirror. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. And so at 2 a.m, she busts my door open and goes, "Did Kevin rape you?" And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Are you lying?" And I was like, "No." And then
Check your iBook werewolves.
and so I was like, "No, I'm not lying." And then she leaves. And then she brings in my grandma. And
She asks your grandma, "Did Kevin you?"
no.
No, damn it!
No.
She brings in my
Nothing down there works anymore. It's falling
Oh
out.
God, Hudson.
Shut up. She brings in my grandma, and then my grandma is solely convinced that my mom is right.
I can't believe she believed your mom that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why are you believing my mom? Like, stop believing my mom."
This has no basis in any reality.
No universe where that happens.
Yeah.
This takes all my concentration. Okay, and
All vampires planning on spending recess.
blah, 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 and so yeah, they come into my room freaking out like I would like.
Put a speaker filter over Jimmy's voice so it sounds like he's talking through a school speaker. The rest of the story.
And then my mom and my grandma came into my room and asked if I was raped. I said no. And then they left me alone. And then, what am I doing?
I think blue hair is wicked.
Okay.
Don't have blue hair.
Great.
She does. She has like blue streaks in her hair. Anyway.
Blue streak speeds by Sonic the Hedgehog.
This is why I can never finish telling a story.
Sorry.
And-
Sorry.
It's like an 80-hour long story.
Because it's a long. This is what's been going on, but I just haven't been telling you.
All right.
And so
The lore.
yeah. And then my mom, like an hour later, comes into my room at 3 a.m. and goes, "Did Kevin blackmailed you for money, right?" And I said, no, he didn't.
Just let the poor bastard sleep.
Yeah, like, and she was like, "Yeah, he blackmailed you for your money and took all of it." And I was like, "No, he didn't. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just making shit up. No, he didn't." And then the next day was the day that Paul was supposed to be here. So then my mom gets all mad for whatever reason and blames the situation on me for whatever she's making up this time. And what she was making up this time was making AI voices in the attic and playing them upstairs.
What the fuck?
Or like, I don't even know what she was like trying to like say I was doing. She just said that I was like using AI to like track what she was doing and like steal her voice or something.
That's like you're fucking Ursula.
Yeah.
Stealing your voice.
Yeah, she said that I was using AI to steal her voice and then like get information or some shit. I like have no idea what she meant by that. I was like, I don't even really know how to do that, and I would never do that because I think AI is dumb. And so that would not be funny. And I really wanted to say that Hudson knows how to do that, but then she would like jump to conclusions and be like, "So Hudson's fucking doing that, so I didn't say that."
Hudson, jigs up.
Yep.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. So then my mom just decides to rat me out to my grandparents that I was smoking weed for like a whole year. And I was like that's how mad she was for something I wasn't even doing.
Oh, man.
No, they actually weren't really mad. They were just like, "Don't do it again."
I smell something funny.